Beneath a sun that named no hours, a hand, not yet a tool, extends, not out of will nor yet desire, but from the rhythm breath portends. The stone does not leap forth to flight, it stays, it clings to earth's domain, but muscle aches, and sinew burns, and through this ache emerges name. For what resists reveals itself. The weight is not in stone alone, but in the body's strained reply. The world begins in skin and bone. Another stone, not quite the same, smaller, swifter to obey. And in that ease, a thought appears, that mass and motion interplay. What cost is paid to raise this weight? What is the toll the body lends? The lesson hides in difference. In lifting both, the mind begins. To lift is not a single act, but vector, tension, span and rise. The hand ascends, the world reframes, and labor measures height through tries. Greater height demands more fire, more breath, more strain, more inner drive. In upward paths the self perceives that effort marks what will survive. The lifted stone does not forget. It holds the echo of ascent. Though still it seems, it now contains the trace of energy long spent. And here, before the fall is made, another thought begins to grow, that what goes up does not just fall. It returns the cost we used to throw. And then the letting go, sublime. The open hand, the vanishing grip, the stone descends through weighted time, a verse that speaks in sudden slip. But not in silence. No, it roars. It strikes the ground, it breaks the peace. And in that sound the body hears the voice of work now given lease. It was not lightness that struck hard, nor low descent that shook the ground. It was the union, mass and height, that shaped the nature of the sound. A heavy stone, a higher fall, the echo louder, sharper, clear. And so the first relation forms. What we give comes back sincere. Now, hand and mind begin to thread the fabric hung between these three: mass, elevation, and the blow. A trinity of gravity. Each speaks the other's fluent tongue. The weight defines what height allows, the height defines what strike is made, the strike declares what strength endows. They are not parts that stand alone, but aspects of a single weave. To know the weight, observe the drop. To gauge the drop, the height conceive. Each answers what the other asks, each limits what the other grows. Together they articulate a world where consequence still flows. Now flip the scene, reverse the scale, a lighter stone, a gentler lift. It climbs with ease, it falls in hush, the echo short, the message swift. So too the absence draws a shape, less mass, less height, less bursting sound. From smaller cores a softer trace where energy leaves subtle ground. Thus, what is small confirms the great, the rule persists in all its reach. Reduction does not break the form, but clarifies what bulk may teach. The mind, now sharpened by the least, can see the law in every size. The sum remains, the effort in returns as force in full reprise. There is no mystery in the fall, no God required to shout or spell. The world responds in perfect kind. The stone repeats what hands once tell. This is not myth. It does not fade. It does not shift with stars or rain. It is the one unbroken thing, the grammar etched in every strain. And here begins the age of thought, not symbol first, but sequence seen. The mind aligns with nature's code, not superstition, but machine. A system born from muscles work, from effort, echo, rise and break. From how we move, the cosmos moves. From what we lift, the world will wake. So starts the chain of knowing things, from bare perception up to law. From hands that hurt to thoughts that sing, from simple acts to structured awe. Before the wheel, before the fire, there was the fall, the weight, the climb. And in those acts, the structure spoke of logic flowing out through time. Energy is not lost, but changed, in form, in field, in heat, in force. The early hand could feel this truth and followed it from source to course. No gesture wasted, no ascent forgotten in the final crash. What lifts returns, what falls completes, all bound in gravity's firm sash. So when they built and struck and ran, they knew not terms, but they knew rule. They carved a world from inner maps and let the stone become the school. They taught no words but carried weight and watched it speak when they let go. The The stone that fell had more to say than all the myths they'd yet to know.